Hi all of you, welcome back to yet another project video. In this project you're going to build your own crypto trading bot where you can allow user to come and list their token, connect with different network and perform the trade. So let me give you a quick walkthrough that what exactly you're going to build and why this particular project is so important for your portfolio to enhance your understanding about the crypto bot and how it's exactly work in a decentralized space. So this is the exact application you're going to build from scratch, and that will teach you tons of things. Now let me give you a quick walkthrough of all the features we have included, that how you can connect with different network, how you can add token, how you can perform the trade. That's all we're going to talk about in this. So this is how our application is look like. So this is the very first section we have in our application is the home page, where we are promoting the services which we are providing in detail. So this is the header section. You can able to see that which network you have connected, because we are providing multiple network. You can connect with Polygon, Gorilla, Ethereum, any network you can connect and you can perform the trade. And we are also selling membership, so only member can perform and use our crypto bot. So they can click and they can simply upgrade. From here they can click and you can able to search. You can promote specific information about the tokens, about anything, and that user can simply search and they can have a look. So this is the beautiful search navigation we have. Here we have the profile. You can simply upload your profile if you want. So this is the header. You can simply close this one and you can simply close the side navigation bar, or you can expand. We have these two services we are providing: buy token and sell token. So user can set the automating price, and when the price will hit that particular targeted amount, automatically it will sell or automatically it will buy. So this is the very first component, the home page we have in our application. Now let's come back to the second component, trade token. And here you can able to see all the token which you going to add for performing the trade. So this data which is reflecting here, it's 100% decentralized and it's only visible to you, not anybody else. So right now you can see that I have already listed 3 tokens. All the 3 tokens are listed on the Polygon, and you can see the main token and the other token which have the liquidity and the price. So user can simply select the token which they want to start the trading. Any token they can select, and this data again it's only visible to you, not anybody else. We'll talk about the data structure, that where we are storing all of this data. So just watch. So this is the second section we have. You can simply able to filter that. Now let's go to the third component, top exchange token, and here you will find all the top tokens on a Ethereum network. You can see that we have all the list of the token which we are fetching their data and reflecting here. So you can easily able to filter, like if I want to filter the USDT, I can easily able to filter. I can see the price and number of transaction. That's all you can see, and on the base of that you can easily able to create the pair of the token which you want to do, which we're going to talk about it. So this is the top exchange token. Now let's come back to the networks. If I click on the network, here you will find that all the network which you want to do your trade. So this particular application is multi-network trading bot. So you can connect with Polygon, it will automatically update here. It will can connect with the Gorilla, it's there, Gorilla. If you connect with Sofali, Sofali. If you connect with Ethereum, Ethereum. If you want to connect with Polygon, all you have to do is to double click it and it will automatically select that network, and you can simply add. Again, this data is only visible to you. So you will have your address, you will have the private key, because sometimes what happened that user use different account, different wallet on a different network. So that's why we have included this feature in mind. So this is the network section we have. So this is the network component. Now let's come back to the tools which we have added for the user. So if I come back to the add network, from here user can add the network as per their choice. So they can connect with any network. So they can simply pick the image. For example, I want to go with Ethereum because right now I have these 2 images, and here you have to provide the details of this particular network. So you have to provide the name, you have to provide the ACMINI provider, means RPC URL, you have to provide your API key, you have to provide your wallet address, you have to provide your private key, and all of this data is private to you. It's stored in your system, not in the backend, and that's how we are providing the highest security to your user, and that's how you can provide the security. So what I'm going to do is, let's give the name. I'm going to call it Mumbai 3 because I have already added Polygon Mumbai twice, and that's the pair I have created for the tokens. Now you have to get the RPC URL from ACMINI. So this is the very powerful application. You can get a lot of data from the blockchains and you can display in your platform to perform and provide better user experience. You can simply check that. So once you will create an account, you will have a similar dashboard, and here you will find all the details about your account. I have already created a couple of projects here, and you can see all their name. So I can click on this view all app, and right now I have created this 5 project. So all you have to do is to click on this create new app and you can create your account. So let me do one thing. Let me simply delete this particular project and let me create a new one for you to show you. So right now you can see this particular button is got enable. I can simply click here and I can select the network which I want to connect. So if I want to go with the Arbitrum, I can click on this Arbitrum. I can pick the network. So I want to go with the Arbitrum Solidity, and I don't have any font. You can give the name. I call it database, and I can call it new and click on this create app. And this is going to create a API key and the RPC URL for you, and you need that. So simply copy that one, and here we have this API key and the HTTP and WebSocket. But I want to use this HTTP, so simply copy this particular one. Copy this particular one and come back, and you have to provide here as a RPC URL. Now come back here, and here we have to get the API key. And this one is very important. You have to copy from here and you have to get the API key from here. And the reason why I have taken this approach, because I have to provide higher security to the user. Okay. So paste here. So we got the RPC, we got the API key. Now you have to provide your wallet address and the private key. So we can simply come back here. I can get the wallet address. So this one is connected. I can simply paste here. And I have to get my private key. So I'll come back here, change this one, and let's put the password and hold it. And simply copy that one and provide here. And let me change the network name. So this time we are connected with the Acme. Copy that one, and that's what I can provide. Replace this one, and I'll say Sofali. You can literally add to any network. So we have provided all of this detail, and it's very important that you have to provide all of this detail. Now click on the save network, and it's going to add this network in your local system. So if you come back to the network tab, here you will find the network we have added, Acme. And if you double click it, we are connected with this particular network. You can able to copy the address and the private key, and you can check from your end. So that's how you can add network. Now let's come back to the trading. And if I come back here in the trading, you can see the network which I have connected. It will automatically fetch the information of the network right up here in the trading platform, and you can able to see that. So you will have this network name, address, private key, and RPC URL, and here you can able to pick the trade token which you want to do. So I have not created any liquidity on this particular Acme Sofali. So what I have to do is I have to change my network. So I'll go back to the Polygon Mumbai, because all of this token which you can see, it's deployed on Polygon, and we have the liquidity here. So that's why we can able to do the exchange, which I will show you how you can create liquidity for the new token or for the existing token. So that's what we have come back here in the trading. You can see we have selected the Matty, the token 1, and the token B, which is a Schwab buy token, and the fee and the network. And here I have already done couple of previous trading. So we got the token, we got the network, we got the token, and here you can see that it's a buy membership, because we are selling buy. Only the members can perform this trading and they can use our bot, not anybody else. So if I will click here, it will take me here in the pricing section where I have to pick a particular plan. So in all the plan, we are providing the same feature. You can add extra feature depending on the service which you want to provide. So what I want to do is I want to take the membership. So I will simply click on this buy membership, and it's going to perform this transaction. And just look at, we are not using MetaMask. We are doing the transaction internally. And this transaction is happening because we have used that particular network, Polygon Mumbai. You can see the transaction is completed, and you can simply reload the page. You can see the button is changed, start trade. The button is changed. Now if you click here, you can come back here and you can able to see that create trading. Now I can able to perform the trade very easily. So if I want to perform trade, all I have to do is I have selected the token, and this token has already a liquidity. So if I come back here, the Uniswap, I can show you that I have already created the liquidity of the token which I want to perform the trade. So if you want to do on the network, you can simply come, and I believe that you guys know that how to create a liquidity and what liquidity exactly is. So I have already created a couple of liquidity for DH token to Matty, for Schwab buy to Matty, and Schwab buy Matty, and TBC Matty. So I have already created all of this liquidity, and I'm using this token to perform the shop. If you want to use any other token like Matty to USD, you can come back to the pool section, and you can come back here. You come back to the token section, and here you will find all the details. Or you can do one thing, you can come back to the pool section, go back to the new positions, and here you will find all the details. You can simply able to create the tokens. So all you have to do is to get the address of the token and you can create a liquidity, and I believe you already know how to do that. You can create a liquidity for the new token, or there is a liquidity is already available if you want to perform the swap. So that's what I have done. I'll show you how you can create a liquidity at the end of the video. Just follow along with me. So let's come back here. So I have done the liquidity already. So there is already liquidity available between Tomati to Schwab buy token. So I can simply click here on the create trading, and you can see click here create trading, and it's going to make the trade. And this is an automated trade. So what I would encourage you that you have to set the timing of the trade. So I would encourage you to have the trading every half an hour. You can see the trade is completed. Let me stop the bot, because otherwise it will keep making the trade again and again. I don't want to do that. So the trade is automatically completed. You can see this is the target amount which I want to get, and this is the current amount. So the target amount was this, and we have the actual amount. So in that, the function we have called is buy. So what the logic I have said, that I have set a specific amount on which if the amount is rich, then the token will sell, but if it's not reach that amount, the token will buy. You can simply copy, and you can simply check on the poly Mumbai, and you can come back here, and you can simply paste the address and hit enter, and you can see the trade was successful. We have done the buying and transfer of the token from Schwab buy to Mati. And that's how things are looking fine. We'll talk about this. We'll understand that how we have built the logic and what is the time interval for calling this function over and over again. So now you know how to do the trade. Now come back to the pricing section. You can able to find the pricing. We have already seen that. Now come back to the profile. You can able to update all the information about yourself. So like you can able to see your biography, your private key, your image, name, short name or username. You can simply click here, and from here you can easily able to update. So if I want to update my profile, I can do that. You can see this is the profile, and you can able to profile all of this information, and you can simply save it. Right now you can see I'm getting this warning, provide all the time, because I have not provided this data. So this is the profile one. Now come back to the add token. So click on this add token, and here you have to provide all of this information. So remember, we have all of this token here, trade token, which we want to perform the swap, and that's how you have to click here, and you have to add here. So you have to add the native token of the blockchain. So if you are using this particular crypto bot on Polygon or Ethereum or Solana or any network, you have to pick the native currency of the token. So in case of Polygon, we are selecting wrap Mati. So I can simply copy, open this one. I can select the network address of this particular token, because this is the native token. So I will simply copy. I can come back in my application, and here I have to provide the details. So I will simply paste here. I can simply give the name. So this time I would say I'll say Mati, M-A-T-I-C, Mati. Now I have to pick the next token which I want to perform the trade. So as I told you that before you perform the trade, make sure to check that the token has liquidity or not, because not every token has a liquidity. If it's not there, then you have to create the liquidity, and then you have to perform the trading bot. So check always the token has a liquidity. If it has, then you can simply use that token. So in my case, what I'm going to do is come back here. So we have already provided this information. I'll go back to my account. I'll come back here. I can simply copy the address, come back on the home page, and I have to paste here. And this particular address has so in this particular account, I have all of this 48 token which I have created. So I can pick any token. For example, I want to take this BNB is there, and let me take something else. So I'm going to go with this TH which I have already taken, and here we have that one. We have this Jim Nobody. So this is the one I want to use it, and I want to create a liquidity. So simply select this particular token, and you have to get the address. So make sure to get the name of the token. I'll say Jim Nobody, and that's what I have to provide here as a second token. Now I have to copy the address of the token, come back here and paste here, and make sure to provide the fee ratio which you want to pick, because like on Uniswap, when you want to perform and buying and selling, it has a multiple fee ratio, and that's what you have to pick. So let's come back here in the interface and let's create a liquidity. So this is the native currency which I'm taken, and I'm doing on Polygon because I have Polygon Matty in my, so I can easily able to perform the trade. So come back here and paste the token, and right now see this is the token we have. Select and click on understand. Now you have to pick the fee, so I will go with 30%. Make sure whatever you are picking, that's the exact information you have to provide here as a fee to perform the trade. So I have taken the fee, I will go with the full range. In that way the liquidity will not go out of the range, and that will not create an issue. Again, it's a totally different topic, how to create a perfect liquidity for your project, which I will cover in different video. Now I have to give the price, so I'll go with something like 0 this much, and you can see I have this much Matty and I have this much font. So I have to simply reduce, and I can select some amount like this one, and this much Matty is equivalent to this. So you can see that 0.1 gem per token to Matty. You can simply take this number ahead, it's totally up to you, but this is what I want to go with. Hope so far things are clear. Now you have to click on this approve gem token. It's going to make the transaction, so just wait, this transaction will complete, and simply confirm the next, approve, and this is going to make the transaction. It's going to create a liquidity, so you can utilize this liquidity in your trading bot, because liquidity is important. If the token doesn't have the liquidity, it's not going to perform the swap. So it's a approve gem. Now it's taking a little bit time, and finally we got this option called preview. Click on that and click on this add. You can check as per your liquidity and click on this add, and it's going to make the transaction, and here it says that calling this particular function. Click on this confirm, and it's going to create the liquidity on Polygon Uniswap on Polygon network. Now you can simply close that one, and here is going to reflect the liquidity we have created. So here we have the liquidity which I have created just now called gem to Matty. Now I have to get the address. So if I come back here, we already have the address. So the fee ratio we have taken is 30%, like 0.30. So make sure to provide this. This is the ratio. Now let's give the network name. So I'll say Polygon Mumbai, and here you have to provide the buying amount, because that one is very important, because we have two functions in our application. One is buying and the other one is selling, and here you have to provide the amount which you want to spend for buying the token. So I will go with very less because I don't have much. Let's see how much fund I have. So I have very less, so I'll go with something like 0.001. This is the money which I want to spend for buying the token. Now I have to set the target price, means when the token will reach that particular target price, I want to sell my token. So for targeting price, I'm going to take with this 25. Again, you can take different version of pricing. It's totally up to you that what strategy you want to build. And here I will simply give a different message. Let's perform trade. It's totally up to you whether you want to take this information or not. And now you have to click on this save token, and it's going to save the token and add your token in our application. So if you come back here in the trade token, you will find the information of that token. Here it is. Now if you want to perform the trade of this token, all you have to do is to simply double click on that, and it's going to be selected. If you come back here, and now you can able to perform the trade. So we have done this 4 transaction, which looks absolutely fine. All you have to do is to click on this create trading, and it's going to perform the trade for you. So just wait, it's happening. So once the trade will complete, it's going to reflect the data right up here, and this particular data will going to be continue over and over again. So you can see we have performed. This was the current price and this was the target price. So with the function we have called the buy, and we have bought the token. We have bought the token because our target price not reach. Because of that, we have called the buy function. You can simply copy, but I want to stop my bot. I don't want to continue because the time period I have set for the bot is half an hour, and that's the strategy you have to build. It's totally up to you that what strategy you have to imply for performing the trade. You can set the duration after every duration completed. It's going to call the function over and over again, and it's going to buy and reflect here. So I have simply copied this. Now I can come back here, and I can go back to this particular one. I can simply paste here and hit enter. It's going to reflect the transaction successfully. The token we have taken this gem nobody and wrap Matty. Make sure the token which you want to trade, it has liquidity. It has liquidity. Then you can able to do the swap. So it's also working fine. You can able to add the network. I'll definitely take you through the entire source code before exactly we start building the project. So that's how you can add the token and perform the trade. So that's how it look. Now you can simply click here and you can log out from the application. Once you log out, you will have the sign up button. You can simply create your account. If you have an account, you can simply provide your login credentials. I will provide my, and we're going to simply call the password, and I will click on this login. And here I have back into my application and everything's working fine. So this is what exactly you're going to build. It's 100% responsive for every single device. That's how it's going to look on the mobile device. You can simply click and it's going to have a beautiful feature. You can simply expand this one. It's going to look absolutely incredible. You can see, let me close this one. It has 100% responsiveness. Beautiful. That's how it's going to look. Let me expand a bit, and that's how it's going to look. You can see different tab. Now let's talk about the data, that where we are storing this information. So you have provided the information about the token, you have provided the information about your top token, you have provided the information about the network. So where we are exactly storing all of this data? Storing this data in your local system. So this data is not coming from the backend. So if you come back here, and here we have all the data in our local system. So if you look at the live transaction, so all the data which you can see about the transaction. So if you come back to the trading, close that one, and not token, if you come back to the trading, and all the transaction which you see right up here, that's all coming from here. So we have all this live transaction. You can able to see the target prices and hash. You can keep as many information as you want. Then we have this crypto bot backend, because this ID is very important, which create the authentication for the user. If you talk about the token pair, here we have the list of all the pairs we have created. The active pair we have selected for the trade. If you click on this set network, here you will find all the network which we have added and their information. So this information is stored in your local system, not in the backend. If you come to the user profile, this is how it's going to look. If you come back to the crypto authentication, that's how it's going to look. If you come back to the set token, this is all the token which you have set for the shop. And here we have the memberships. So right now I've taken the membership of enterprise. So you can see this is the enterprise price we have. If you talk about the active network, this is the active network which I have taken. So it's 100% decentralized, and we are keeping only important information. Now let me explain the entire source code before we start building exactly. So I want you to come back here at the blockchain coder, and here you will find all the resources which you need to build this application, including the starter file. And you can see we have tons of project on our channel, and that's all resources you will find here. But before we talk about the resources, I want to show you something. So click on here. You can see this is the video I have attached, because this is the course which I have launched. You can click on this NFT marketplace and check. We have already 280 students have enrolled in this particular course. So make sure to check and have a look at what exactly you're going to learn. I have included my all experience in this, that will teach you every single thing about the blockchain development and the necessary tools and technology which you have to learn. And we have one of the biggest project which we're going to build together, and that will teach you a lot of things. So I wanted to come and have a look. That will teach you a lot of ideas about the tools and the technology and what exactly you're going to build and build your portfolio. Now come back here, go to the source code section, and here you will find all the source code of the project which we have built on the channel. So we have tons of project. I believe that you guys have built a couple of them. If you haven't built, make sure to try to build the project. That will give you a good portfolio. So you can simply search the name of the project, or you can do this recent project, and it's going to give you all the recent project. And this is the project which I want and which we're going to build. So you can simply watch the video which I'm going to attach in this particular video, or you can click on this, get now. Once you will click, you will come back here. You can able to buy the complete source code, or you can simply start with a starter file, which we're going to do. So whenever you take any source code from us, that will give us a very valuable contribution for our team, so we can expand and we can bring more tutorials like this. So finally I have downloaded the complete source code. So this is the zip file I have got, and I have simply unzipped this particular folder. In that you will have this two folder. You will have the starter file, you will have the complete file. And this starter file we're going to see together when we start working, but let me take you through this. So I'm going to start with this crypto bot final code, which I will show you all the necessary steps which you have to do once you will download the entire source code. So let me open this particular folder in my VS Code. So this is our final code of the project. So the very first folder we have is the API. In that we have this three folder: controller, model, and router. we are performing all the backend operations right up here. If we talk about the component, in that we have these 3 components including the JS file. So this is the body in which we have the main component like add network, pair, home, network, price, profile, setting, exchange, trading. We have the global component. All of this global component we have. If you want to do the modification, you can do it very easily as per your branding. And here we are simply importing all of this component, so we can export and we can use it in our entire application. So this is our component section. Then we have the context, in that we have the constant, which we're going to talk about it. So these are the important things which we need to make the transaction possible. If we talk about the contents, here we have all the function we have built together, which we're going to build together for performing all the job. So right now, if I want to show you something, so you can see, so where the function I have, this is the sell function, and here we have the trade function. So here I have set the limit for my bot. So I want to run my bot every 1 hour. You can simply increase it to 2 hours or half an hour. It's totally up to you. You can change the frequency of the trade. That's all you can control from here. So this is what we have for the context. We have a lot of things. If we talk about the pages, this is what you will get. So we have the app where we have done the configuration. We have the index where we have built all the logic. It's a single bill application. We don't have multiple page. Close this one. Now we have the public. Inside the public, you will have all the assets, including the images and the JavaScripts, which you will get here. Then we have the global style where we have done the configuration of the styling. You can simply do the changes. And here we have the utils folder. In that we have some utility function which we are using. Then we have this app.js. So this is the backend portion of our application. And here we have the config file. So here you have to provide a couple of information. You can simply provide and change this, because this is the string we're going to use for the authentication and creating the JWP token. And here we have the spiraling. So I would say that you can go with the same, because this is the industry standard. Make sure whenever you change this string, you have to provide the exact length. Okay, more than 32 characters you have to provide. And that way we can provide better and higher security to our users. Here you have to provide the database URL and the password, because we are providing user authentication and we are storing the information of the user. Only login credential we are storing, and the rest of the data is storing in the local system. Okay, that's the thing you have to keep in mind. So here you have to provide the MongoDB database string and the password, which I will tell you how to get it. And this is fine, don't need to do any changes. And in packages and file, no matter when you are building this project, you have to use the exact version. If you use any other version, it's not going to work. If you take the example of Ether.js, right now we have 3 different versions. So if you're going to use the old version of Ether.js, it's not going to work, because the modification I have done in the code based on this particular version. So make sure you use the exact version. If we talk about the servers file, so this is the entire server file where we are connecting. This looks pretty fine. Okay, this looks pretty fine. Looks good. No issue we have so far in the code. So now we have to do one thing. We have to simply install the packages. So open up your terminal. We are in the root directory. Type npmi and it will install the packages. All the packages which you can see. If you get any error, definitely you will not get. But in case if you get error, try to install all the packages one by one. Simply copy the entire package.json file and simply paste here. And simply install one by one. So you can do this. Close this one. So we have installed all the packages. Now we have to simply clear my terminal. Now you have to connect your MongoDB database with the application. So come back here in the MongoDB, make sure to create your account. I have already done that and I have created a couple of projects. So in your case, you will have a fresh account. You can click a new project and you can create a project. Make sure to create a free one for testing. After that, if you think that you need to take the upgrade one, you can create that. But I have already created this one, so I'm not going to create. So I'm going to use this particular one. So click on this movie. You will not have the movie, I will have. So I'll come back here in the database. And here I have to simply build the connection. So here we have multiple tab, browser, view and connect. So click on this connect and it gives you multiple option to connect to your database. So I will go with the MongoDB VS Code. So click on that and all you have to do is to simply copy and paste the URL. So when you will create your account, is going to generate the username and password. So make sure to save that username and password when you will create a new cluster, and that's what you have to provide. So I'm going to simply copy this one and I'm going to come back in my VS Code and I'm going to simply paste. So that's what I have to update here. So I have already done that. So this is my database. Make sure to provide and here you have the username and here we have the password. So make it capital and here I've taken a separate variable as a password, because here we are simply replacing that. So make sure to do that exactly. Make sure to do that exactly. So close this one, and now we are ready to start our application. So all you have to do is to simply type npm run dev and hit enter. And this is going to start your application on localhost 3000. Now you can come back to the browser. You can go back to the open a new tab and click on this localhost 3000, and it's going to open this login page. So you have to create your account, or if you have your account, you can simply log into the application. So what I will do, I already have an account, so I'm going to simply log it. I'll take hossein@gmail.com, and I have this password. So click on this login, and I'm back into my application. So I have successfully logged into the application, and I will say okay because I have changed my account. So that's what it's saying. If you can open the inspect element, you can able to find the information about the user authentication. So if I go to the application, and here we have the currently this user is not memberships. This is the authentication token and backend token. So we are logged into the application, and this is the exact interface you will get. Right now we don't have any data. It's absolutely empty. Now you can simply add the data one by one. So if you want to add a network, I explain you that how you can add. So before I upgrade my account and take the memberships, I have to add the network which I'm going to use to purchase the memberships. So by default, I'll go with the Polygon. So I'll come back here in the network, click here, and I have to select this Polygon. I'll say Polygon Mumbai. Then I have to take the RPC URL. I can go back here, go back to the database, and I can simply pick the RPC URL. So I'll go with this one, API key. Click on that, and I have to get the copy this entire string, and that's what I can paste here. So this is my RPC URL. Let me get the API key, copy. That's the API key. Let me get the wallet address which I want to use it. You guys have seen this, okay? I'm just telling you that everything is working fine. Now I'm going to simply copy the address, and I'm going to paste. I'm going to copy the private key, and let's do that. And here we have that one. Copy that one, and that's what I can paste here, and click on this save network, and it's going to make the transaction. If you come back here in the network, you can see this is the network I have added, and we don't have the image because we have not created an account. So let's do one thing. Let's create the profile. Let's click here. Let's add a profile. So click on this. Let's take the image. Let's give the name. I'll say DAU Daulat HUSSN Hussein. Let's give the username Daulat. Let's give the wallet address. Let's give the private key, and hit enter, hold, copy that, paste here, and let's get some dummy text for the message. So I'll come back here and copy here, and now you can simply click on the save profile, and it's going to add the network. So if you come back here in the profile, you will find all the details. And now I can simply click on this buy enterprise, and it will make the transaction. So just wait, the transaction will complete soon, and it's taking a little bit time, and finally the transaction is completed. If you reload the page, here we say started. If you come back to the trading, and here you will have this current trading. So right now we don't have any network to perform the swap, so that's why you can see it's not there. Now what I will do is I will come back here in the token, add token, and I have to add the token the way we have done. So let me do one thing. Let me come back here in the poly, and here we have the two addresses. So this one is the Matty. So I'll simply click here, and I'm going to copy the Matty address. I have to create a pair. So let's come back here. Let's create a Matty. Let's get the address. Let's call second token. Let's go back here, and this is the second token we have, and we already have a liquidity in this. So I'll come back here, and I'll say gym address. The liquidity fee is 3000. Let's give call network, so Mumbai, and the buying amount is going to be like 0.001. I'll say trade target, and the target amount is going to be 35, and I can give a message sort and click on the save, and here we have saved the token. You can come and this is the network, come back to this, select the token, and if you come back to the trading, and you can able to perform the trading. So obviously I don't have much fun to perform the swap. So what I'm going to do is, let's perform the swap. I can click on this create trading and it's going to make a trading. So just wait, and the trading will complete, and it's taking a little bit time. Soon it's going to complete the trading and buy the trade for us. And here the trading is completed, and I want to stop the bot. I don't want to keep continuing because I don't have fun. So let's stop the bot, and here we have done the transaction. You can simply copy the hash and you can simply paste, go to that polygon, and you can check that you have successfully bought the token, because we have this, we have taken this gem and we have this, so it looks pretty fine. So this one is working great. So this is how we can use it. And if you come back to the source code, this is the function we have called. So if I want to show you the frequency, let me show you, and let me certainly come it off. So I can close this one, I can come back here and let me show you the frequency. So come back in the context, and right now you can see the frequency I have set for the trade is this is the frequency I have. So I want to have this trade every 1 hour. So what if I want to simply change this to every 1 minute? I can do that very easily. I can simply replicate that one, and I can say this to 1 minute 60 seconds, and we have to multiply. So every second is going to make the transaction. So save it. Now I don't want to call the function because I don't have much fun. So here we have the buy and sell function. So this is the one for sell, and this is the one for buy. So I want to simply close this two function. I don't want to call it, otherwise my fun will be exhausted. So I'll go with the default hash, something random hash. Now if I come back here and if I show you, if I reload the page, it's fine. Now it says that previous definition frequency, so we have multiple time. I think I have read it. Okay, so let's comment this one, and this looks fine. Reload the page, and this is what we have. Now let me show you that how the frequency would look like. So this is what we have. Come back here in the console, and now you will notice one thing. So come back to the trading. Right now we have done one, and you can see they have this one data. Now the moment I will click on this create, it's going to continue the function over and over again. Every 1 minute this function will call, and it will check the fund. If it's there, then it's going to call the sell or buy function, or it's going to just simply wait for next 1 minute. So we have given 1 minute time transaction. You can see we got the one transaction, and we'll have in the second transaction. So this is what we're going to build. I hope you guys have got a complete idea that what exactly coming and what are the things we're going to include in this project. That will teach you a lot of things. So with that, I'm ending this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed the entire demo. With that, I'm ending this video. Hope you guys have got a complete idea that what exactly you're going to build. So very soon this project will come, and you guys can follow that. So let's move to the project.